no, you have people who are walking through that since now the thing is gender being fluid, then pastors can be gay.
Which is
I
not
don't
right.
know if you understand.
And then they have this thing like, Jesus died for our sins. Okay, so Jesus died for your sins for you to continue sinning. Like, guys, don't you remember there's Sodom and Gomorrah? What was happening in there? People were gays, people were doing this, and God said this is too much and just turned everything ups and down. Don't you see it like that? That thing is not right. I'm really sorry, guys, those who are whatever, that they'll maybe take this as no, but we're also speaking our own. That's how we also feel. We feel like that's not right. Going history of books, this is in Islam, but it's also in Christianity. That story is there to both of us. God didn't want that. That's why he even turned everything. He sent his angel, please go close everything. I don't want to see this bullshit.
I think I can just make this easy for you. It's like, just picture you're walking somewhere, yeah, and a person tried to attack you, right? And in the middle of you defending yourself, you killed that person. Do you know that at the end of the day, you still took somebody's life?
Yeah.
Regardless of the reason that, oh, you killed this because you wanted to or it was because of revenge, or it was self-defense. The truth is, you still killed a person. So I feel like there is nothing like, oh, this is my truth, or this one is your truth. But we have to reach a common ground and actually seek for what is the real truth, like what's actually the fact. And I feel like that's what we're really missing now. And that's why we're so much easily misguided, because everybody now is sleeping, waking up, and they have their own perspective.
I am a traffic.
Yeah, like they have
traffic
their own
light. How
So like we can't really move forward if we always have people who they have like their own, their own truths. Like, this is my truth, just because there is a certain script that says, yeah, you should love your neighbors. So if your neighbor is gay, you should be loving. But for me, the question is, what does God want, or what does the principle say? Is gayism accepted or not? I just want an answer to that. Personally, I don't even have an answer to that. I am not even lawyer's God, so I don't know. But I am just sick and tired of this thing where like there'll be another person who will tell you like, oh, they said you should love your neighbor, so your neighbor is gay, is transgender, is a cat, or whatever. You should love. You should just give them their agape love. But there'll be some people who they are strict, like don't even interact with that.
Yeah.
That is wrong. And they'll be apologetically telling you like that is wrong. Yeah. So at this point, at this time, we actually need more voices that they stand for their truth. Yo, is gayism yes or no? Like, we just need that. And we move forward. I don't know if you understand. So even if gay, I'm not trying to say that if you are gay, then you should stop being gay just because it's wrong. How many people are still doing wrong things even though we know they're wrong? You can continue with that, but just know you're doing something that is wrong.
That there is hell.
I don't know if you understand. So we shouldn't try to turn the truth so
into
it can fit
exactly
with our own story. No, let's just know the truth. Like, okay, this is bad, but we're not limiting you to stop doing any, because we can't control your mind. But so you know, whatever you're doing is bad. So it has to reach a point. What's the truth? I am tired. Like, I'm sick and tired of like, oh, this is my truth.
You know what makes me more tired? You know that gay lesbian, that it doesn't even make me tired. What makes me tired is someone calling him or herself a dog, a cat. I present myself as a dog, as a cat. That traffic, like, guys, people, there were people, I don't know which, was it UK or where? I present myself as a dog. They even wear dog mask and they start acting like wolves, dogs. They bark. Yeah, protesting. They were protesting like, we want rights as dogs.
No, I feel like maybe that was sarcasm. I don't know. I haven't seen that. So
I saw it and I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, where is this world heading? You know, the one representing himself as gay, that's a human. Like, I'm a human, I'm not an animal, but this one, you're human and trying to make yourself.
Okay, for me, as I said, I can't really say much on something that I'm not really sure about, but I haven't seen that. That can be sending two messages, okay? Either they're trying to be very sarcastic, that, yo, this is, if we are going to decide to have a community that we just sleep and wake up and we just tell people that we are whatever we feel, then I'm also here deciding to tell you I feel like a dog and I also need my rights. So it can be sarcasm, or we are just in a degenerated society. So like we have
even
reached
sarcasm.
that
There's that
extreme.
thing. There's that thing. It was there. Like I woke up and I feel like I'm a black person. That's a white person saying I feel like a black person.
Yeah, but race and gender are two different things.
Now that one is saying today I woke up and I want to be treated like black. I want to be black. You act like why? Because I'm black. You're white, but I'm black. I know I'm black. I feel it from inside me. I'm black.
So yeah, but like back to the main point of religion, yeah. For me, I'm like trying to be very open-minded with this thing. As long as we all believe like there is this supernatural power, and I mean, I'm not even trying to attack religion, I don't want us to emotionalize this topic. I want us to be very, very logical here, and like we should really have an open mind to this. Religion is very important. Just imagine if we lacked religion here. Just imagine that
people will be acting.
I don't know if there wouldn't be.
The world won't be in order. Yeah,
there wouldn't be order. So we're not trying to say religion is wrong. No, but like how are we handling this religion thingy? We are seeing like now there is this extremity of it that is wrong, and we are actually having victims with it. There is a lot of things that are happening in churches, like cult inside churches.
Yes, true.
And people are and you spoke of like majority of them are women, and I feel like because maybe women are easily agreeable, and maybe that's why we are going to be like forever victims in this. I don't know, but I also see men in churches now.
Men are there in church, but mostly are going to be women. There's this. I was listening to. Is it a pastor or what? I don't really remember. You see, women are the people who don't give up easily. When you pray, say, God is not hearing me, and man, you say, but a woman will constantly pray. We will hear there's this pastor who can do this. She will go. There's this pastor who can. She will go. There's this. She won't give up until she gets. Even if you're going to use your juju there and lie to her and do something, yes, this is the right one. Pastor said we should cut our fingers so that we'll see heaven.
But I don't believe that's what women are. But if there are so women who are like that, then they are really representing us in a very wrong way. And that's why I'm here saying that regardless of woman or man,
there is that thing. But in another way, I would say, I think we have more faith. It's easy for us to believe. It's easy. Let's just be honest. We're just soft-hearted. It's easy for. That's why even we're saying when a man wants you, can just lie to you, just sweet words and yes. So it's easy. Either the pastor is being honest, not honest, whatever. It's just easy as long as it's faith. We do have faith. Women as women, we do. In that belief of God, mostly when you have a big problem, when we are stuck, that belief of God, of us kneeling down and crying for God, we are really good at that. And I don't know, I'm proud of it. Now, not everyone will just kneel at home. People will go because I need God. They won't think that this one is brainwashing me at the moment. Remember, I'm having a big problem. I need God. Praying alone doesn't work. Let me go there and pray with people and this. So even if you're brainwashing her, at the moment I need to solve this, and I know God is the one who's going to help me. It won't matter maybe to that person that
you know, like what's so funny, like you just mentioned right now, and I'm so glad you mentioned it. So it means the main issue here is like we have a bunch of women who they just don't want to use their brains.
Should I say that?
No, that's how it is. Because for me, you can't say that, okay, I feel like you're not even defining faith as the way it's supposed to. Faith has nothing to do with you using your common sense. I'm sorry, I'm so like very sensitive when it comes to this, because you're experiencing a problem. You have gone to church, yeah? You have prayed, yeah? First year, second year. While you're continuing to pray, what are you actually doing to solve that problem? You understand what I mean?
That's a good question, yes.
So don't you...
Yes, your question is right, because we never... Maybe because, okay, I can't say much on that. I can't say I really have an answer on that, because we really don't know what's happening behind people after they are from church. How do they sit But I have seen some women, I would say, it's not like they don't use their mind. They do. They are working, and they're still going to pray. And everything is going well.
Yeah.
But they're still praying and praying. You know, sometimes it's not the business that's disturbing. Maybe it's the family.
Okay, sure. Like, I just want, maybe we have like a sample or like a scenario. So my friend, you know, she told me that she was dealing with a person who she was seriously ill. I don't know if you understand. And each time my friend would try to recommend like a medication, like, have you tried to take this and this, or like, have you tried to visit the hospital? The friend was like, no, I know like God will do this for me. I'm going to get healed.
Now that will come back to your point that they don't use.
Exactly. And for me, if you'd ask me on a normal day, I would tell you there is no people like this. But for my friend to actually tell me,
there are people like that. I agree with your friend.
And it's not only one. That is just a representation. So it means there are actual women out there who are actually refusing to use their brain. So now, if you sit down with that person and you tell them like, why don't you want the medication? They might even relate their belief with all these medications. Like, they can even portray that you're actually believing the medication more than God. But like, and sometimes I feel like it can be also a psychological thing, because have you ever also thought on the other way around that God is blessing these doctors, God is blessing these pharmacists, God is blessing these scientists
to help you.
I don't know if you understand. If God can come via your pastor, your daddy, why can't he also come in the form of a doctor and a pharmacist or anybody who can save your life? Why? So why is it so much that you only see God in your daddy and you can't see God from a doctor, from a surgeon? I don't know if you understand. You have data scientists who now are working to cure cancers. I don't know if you understand. It's like you're also insulting that. Like, you need to wake up, honestly, because you might be thinking you're making sense, but you're actually stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, you don't believe in this Panadol, whatever, blah blah, Lidoness, whatever. You don't believe in it. But there are also herbs out there. You can give out herbs that can help.
With the herbs also.
Traditional way. You can, yes, herbs do help. They do help.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that herbs they don't help, but I'm just also trying to say with the herb parts, I feel like we shouldn't just also go out there and just take herbs.
No, I'm not saying that. But if you really listen to the old people, like those one who really know herbs very well, I'm not saying you just pick up. You can take poison off. Obvious, these trees, some are poisonous. So I just can't go myself. I'm not good with knowing herbs. So if I just get out and I come tell you there's this herb, I've picked this one, just you're lying, because I am not good. But to those who know, you find knowledge from those who know. Like, there is this herb that can help with your stomach pain. It can help with wound healing. There are those ones you got hurt, the snake bite, you put some ears. Those herbs do help.
Yeah, I'm not against that, because even the drugs that we have in pharmacies, they took some constituents from the herbs to create the medication. So even this ideology, which I feel like it's also a wave that's coming currently, that they're trying to portray that, oh my god, herbs is everything. You know, like, just forget all these pills that are going on. I understand pills, they can come with side effects. I'm not telling people you should be addicted to pills, and that's why you have something called dosage. Dosage. It means you're not taking it as if you're taking like a cup of tea. You're taking it as a certain dose, because it comes with side effects. So that's why you need to take it for a certain time, with certain prescriptions, and with those. I don't know if and it has been working over the years. So even with herbs, I feel like people should also be very careful, because if something that
I usually advise that too when it comes to like, why use this? Like, okay, but there is an effect of using herbs so much as you're using this normal medicine. They all bring the same effects at the end.
If you're just taking herbs just because you're taking herbs,
it hasn't
gone through lab. You don't know that herb that you're taking, what constituent also does it have that maybe can affect your kidney. It can cure your stomach pain, but it's also causing a long-term effect with your creatinine level or something. So that's what I'm saying, all these herb, not herb, because it's also a very good point. Like, there's this wave that I'm seeing that majority of people, they're trying to portray like, just forget pills, just pills. I don't know, like, go with herbs. It's like when they see grasses and when they see herbs, they're like, oh my god, this is the thing right now. I am not trying to say no. There is herbal medication, but also play safe with that. because it's not like every herb is just taking it.
Yeah,
eating it
yeah,
like a
yeah.
cow.
I do
Like,
use herbs, so as you're saying, I usually say the same thing too. Not because you see herbs, then you just take them as if, oh, this one helps my stomach, so you just take 5 times in a day.
You still have, to have
take
your dose,
it. You are even be
yes.
told, not because you are even told use a teaspoon, the
Yes.
small one. You're going to use the big spoon to put. It's a teaspoon. It has its limit.
It has its limits, yeah.
Even
so,
testing it to see how sour it is. So
exactly.
that sourness is the one that's going to destroy you inside.
It's true.
Because it
So,
is
like,
so
I'm
strong. It's
actually
not
glad
from it's not
we're
from the
finding
lab.
common ground.
It's not from the lab where they will reduce its strongness and no, that's pure. That's so. Just dose, guys. Take it slow. Take it slow. It's a good thing. I do use herbs and I do use this other pills. I use both. There's something I say, oh, this one I really want to use the pills. I've used them for a long time and I've seen like it's not really helping me. Yeah, so I turn to herbs and I drink just 1 cup. Oh, I feel okay. So okay, for when it comes to my stomach, I'll deal with this. I'll stop with this. And when it comes to this, I say, oh no, I'm going to use this. It's not like I will stop using the herbs, but I have to use this. Maybe because people will say, oh, you're a medical student, that's why it's okay, just take me that way, but I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, when we speak of these herbs and everything, since we're in the herb topic, there is also a factor called allergy, and this is also another thing that people they should consider. You know, I was even reading a certain article, and it said like, have you ever thought, back in the days, like back in the days, like in the 80s and 70s, how many kings, men died just out of allergy, and the king will be thinking the food is poisoned. I don't know if you understand, because there was no any place to test if this person is allergic to whatever they're eating. So that can also tell you. Sometimes just, again, there is a need to see, as much as people are trying to really see as if lab is the most baddest thing, but we need, I don't know now, we can call a new room, whatever you're going to decide to call it, but that can see the dangerous constituent, the this, the that, the prescription, like it's also still necessary, And also speaking of that, I also heard that some churches that they just tend to give people things, like, what do they call this?
Holy water, holy oil.
Holy water or whatever, and some they even take it, like they drink, they are given things to drink. You should use your common sense, guys. Like, it's given that for a reason. Like, just don't drink anything just because a person said you should. I don't know if you understand. Sometimes it's fine being very skeptical. There is nothing that is going to happen to you. I have a very skeptical mind, and I'm a very open-minded person. I welcome any man of God come and speak to me if they feel like maybe like there is a certain knowledge that I'm really, really lacking. I'm very open. I'm not even trying to sit here and be like, oh, I don't want to learn. I love to learn. I don't know if you understand. I really love to learn. I'm very, very open in learning. But I'm saying there is nothing wrong with me being skeptical. There is nothing wrong with me questioning.
Sometimes I think questioning being like just questioning something is nice. You may be escaping something that's very dangerous.
Yeah, but like I feel like these people who are already in these churches, I call it cults, honestly. They even have fear of questioning because, oh my God, you can't question the man of God. You can't. How dare you? Like, oh really? Like you have no idea how many scenarios have just been like a villain. Just for like, how dare you, Chelsea, say this? Like, where do you even get?
Why are you questioning this person?
I'm here very healthy. I'm not dead, and I questioned. I don't know if you understand. So here it's a living proof telling you there is nothing that is going to happen to you just by questioning, being curious, having that curious mind, questioning even that Bible itself. What does it actually mean? And that's what I'm saying. We still need religious leaders out there. But even for you to understand if this one is yes or not, without that curiosity, you won't be able to debunk this. So it will just be like, because today you're in Antarctica and there is like this #1 church in Antarctica, so you're just going to that #1. It's like become a slave with this church thing, as if they told you the frequency of how you're going to church is how you're going to reach heaven. I don't know. But I feel like your relationship with God is actually what matters than your frequency of even going to these places, your frequency of worshiping this man of God. We have a lot of men of God who have question marks, honestly speaking, and people choose to be
But,
blind.
you remember
No,
how we have learned about religions. They say there's a time where there will be a lot of man of God, a lot of
oh, so it's actually written.
they say there will be those type of people.
So, okay, may I have a question for you? So it means even the Bible itself wrote that there will be a people who will come and they will use my name.
Exactly.
So what does the Bible lead me and tell me? How can I differentiate the real one?
Now that's
from
the
fake one?
problem. That's to say, be careful. Use your what? We're coming back with you saying people should use their common sense.
So it means we're coming back to the common ground.
Yeah.
We still need to use our common sense. And I feel like we should also actually have a man of God in this show. I really suggest, honestly speaking, because we also need to hear their side and actually for them to also enlighten us measurably what's actually causing these things right now. We're actually glad. We're very open-minded people, you know. When any man of God out there, honestly speaking, if you feel like there is some
we're lacking some knowledge,
and or like there is this misunderstanding that is going. So another thing also that I really want to talk about is we have a lot of people who, as I was saying, this thing of my truth, your truth, and what's actually the truth. Yeah, you'll have people who they'll be doing a lot of things on social media, yeah, and they'll tell you like, but you know one thing about me, I'm actually having a very great relationship with God. Yeah. I know a lot of people, they'll portray me like this because of how my lifestyle is on social media. Well, I don't find that real. You're not being real, honestly, because what does the Bible principle say? I don't know if you understand. If you're doing anything, I even came across a porn star who was even trying to say that regardless of what she's doing, she also has this deeper connection with God. But do you think that is acceptable? Like, I don't know. This is us. We're not the supernatural. Because I believe
if I believe God has touched you, you will stop that action.
You might be a very great soul, and the fact that you even have a knowledge of God, that's a good thing. I don't know if you understand. But like, why is it so hard for you to stop doing what God does not want you to do? If you truly claim that you're a Christian, and I believe that Christianity has its own principles, that it's godly principles. So why aren't you following or adhering to that? It's like when you tell a person you love them, and each time you keep on crossing their boundaries, how are they going to actually believe that you actually love them? It's so ironic. Like, I don't know. I also don't buy that story, honestly speaking. It is fine to do porn if that's what works for you and you're comfortable and like you enjoy your work for whatever reasons, but don't drag God into it. Like, don't try to justify anything. You can decide to do porn unapologetically. You know, this is 21st century. Nobody really cares. Again,
I think we're even done with 21st, huh?
Yeah, we're actually done. We're in 22nd, yeah. So like we're actually in this modern century. So like, it's already a degenerated society. Women now, we have a lot of freedom, just as men. You have access to everything. So if you decide to do porn, which is actually wrong, but if you decide to do it, nobody's stopping you. Just don't drag God into
the middle of your business.
Yeah, and don't try to make it okay that, you know, just because God is for everyone, God will forgive, but you need to understand that what you're doing is wrong for Him to forgive you. And this is, this is also what I'm so curious, and I wish like I would have conversation with God. These are among the interesting questions I'll be questioning Him, like, how do you even do it? I don't even understand. Like, after this person did this thing, but that grace, I don't know if you understand that you'll still be like, she's still my daughter, and she's back, and I'm forgiving. And I feel like that's what makes Him God. Yeah. Like, because He's not God is human. Different from us. Yes. He's like a superpower.
You, if just someone pinches you, it's a fight.
I know, right?
For Him, that's different.
So like, what I'm trying to say is, we still need to stand on the truth. Christians need to stand on their truth. What is right, what is wrong. You cannot go out there, you know, practice any satanic things, then come back to church and say like, yeah, as much as I'm doing this thing, but I still have great relationship with God. That's not accepted. And as much as you know, we have a lot of cults inside churches too, and it's deep. It's really deep. And I really wish we also have a lot of sources, a lot of insiders, that they should go inside these churches and just see what's actually happening. without any fear of saying like, oh, just because it's man. Because I feel like they are using that. You are a man of God, so don't touch me. No, we will touch you. We will touch you, and I feel like no, like, but I'm serious though. Like, why not? Like, you cannot come here in front of us and just tell us just because you had a dream in which you weren't there in that dream. It was a personal thing. What if you're lying? And that's why, guys, we need to be skeptical. Nothing will happen to us. It's okay. I believe if you're a man of God, yeah, you actually be so proud to share your journey. How did it happen? What is it about you that is making you be the chosen one, and why not him or why not her? What is it? I don't know if you understand. Is it because you can perform miracles? And if yes, can we see the vivid miracles? Because we have a lot of fake miracles, a lot, where people, they'll be like scripted down there. You know, this is business. Like, even if me, I want to make business out of this religion thing, I can come to you and I'll be like, I'll pay you. You need to act as if you are crippled, fake walk the crippledness, and I'll pray for you. Then you have to do that fall down thingy. Then hooray, God has released you from that. We have a lot of performances. But are there real miracles? Yes. But how can we debunk that? How can we if we're not skeptical? We cannot just be accepting things. So don't come and attack me just because I decide to be very skeptical. I decide not to just believe anything I see at first sight just because you claim you're a man of God. I am sorry, I will judge you. I will question you. I feel like we should really, really, really be open-minded. And your direct relationship with God, personal relationship, yeah, we should work on it. But we shouldn't allow this religion, especially as confused that it is now, affect that. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Well,
Faith, we pulled up
I
faith
use
here.
logic. I use logic.
There is both. You have your own faith with God that you don't believe. I believe you have faith with God that helps you to use logic that you just don't believe.
Yeah, and actually I'm working on my spiritual journey, and I really want to be very, very spiritual. And like, honestly speaking, I want to work on my spiritual journey, and I believe when I get there, I'll be so proud of myself.
That's
but
what I'm
it will
saying.
be
You do
so
have
genuine.
faith. You do have faith in God, and you're open-minded. Like, yes, I'm reading this Bible. This Bible says this, but why are you doing this? You have faith in your God. You believe in God, but you just don't take things. You just don't allow someone to make you look stupid. Like, so I should really cut my finger for me to go to heaven. God didn't write that. Exactly. Yeah.
Use your mind, guys.
Exactly.
Mind. Use common sense. Common sense should come back. It's very necessary. Kichwa. We call it use your kichwa in our country. So
Akili ni nywele. Mimi akili ni nywele.
no, even if you're bald though, we're not expecting you to be out here stupid. Oh my god, it was so nice having you, girl.
Okay, so nice having you here. Thank you so much. I really love this. I hope you all love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and follow and share and like. Thank you so much. This is episode 6. Sorry, episode 6. Ciao.
Bye.